Now, I hope that you have downloaded the file which was shared on their drive. The others who have not yet downloaded it, I think Anita has shared it on the chat window. You guys can have a quick download on that. Yeah. So just quickly briefing on the instructions once again. Uh, Everyone will stay muted. Any doubts you can ping on the group chat or on the WhatsApp chat, whichever is convenient for you. And we'll be having hands-on sessions. Hope you have downloaded the folder, the drive folder which was shared on the WhatsApp group. And there will be a 10-15 minutes Q&A towards the end of this session. All right. So that's it. Everyone will have to open Chrome. So there is this website called photopia.com. I'll just post that on the chat window. Please let me know once you have got that. I'm guessing that you guys have already opened this this website on your browser. In the downloaded drive, there will be a file called Online HP for Teachers. Are you able to find that? So what you have to do is drag and drop it on the this website. All right. So you will get something like this, what you're seeing on the screen. In Photoshop, this is not actually Photoshop. This is very much an equivalent of Photoshop. Most of the things that are there on Photoshop is there in here as well. So on the left side, you will see the toolbar. On the right side, you will see the layers panel. And the center, you have the main work window. So these three things we'll be working with today. Now coming to Photoshop, in this this image that you are seeing on the screen right now, every single image, every single thing like the text, this text, all this image, all of these are layers in Photoshop. There are three types of layers in in a Photoshop file. There are text layers, there are shape layers, there are image layers in Photoshop. So all these things you see on the screen are actually layers. So now if I disable this with teacher's name, there is an eye icon near to the teacher's name. So if I click on this, you can see the teacher's name is actually getting hidden. So this eye icon is basically whether it should be shown or not. Now each layer has an order in which it is placed. Now this yellow background and this discover secrets to good health. These are two different layers. On the right side, you can see discover secrets to good health and there is a yellow background. Okay. So now actually, because the discover secrets layer is above the yellow background, you can see the text written actually. So if I bring it, I am holding it and bringing it down and bringing it below the yellow background layer. Yeah. So you can see that you are not able to see the discover secrets good health. That particular layer is now actually below the yellow background layer. So because of which you will not be able to see. So what you have to do is you have to arrange the layers in such a way that your texts are visible. Now I'm again bringing it back up. So now you can see in this, it is available. Now to select a layer, there are two different methods. One is actually three different methods. One, directly from the layer panel, you can select a particular layer, and then you have selected that. The other one is on the left side, there is a move tool. Click on that move tool, make sure the auto select is clicked, and then click on anything on the screen. Now it will automatically, you can see that it has gone and selected the meditator. Now I can actually move around, move around this particular component anywhere I want. Let's say I'm just keeping it here for now. All right. Now moving is one thing you have to notice is that one thing you have to note is that you have to select the required layer before you move. So what happens if you have selected the wrong layer and if you try moving it around, then it won't, you won't be seeing the required layer being moved around. All right. So we have talked about how to show or hide a particular layer, how to move it up and down, and how to move the position of the layer. So all these things, let's say you want to move this logo, you want, this Art of Living logo, you want it on the top right corner, not on the bottom. So you just click that and make sure it is selected, and make sure this move tool is selected, and then you move it to the top right corner so that you have some space below here. All right. Now opacity, coming to opacity, like I said, this particular, another way of selecting a layer is right click on the layer and click on the layer name. So you get circular background here. Now if you can see, there is an opacity here. If I increase the opacity, you can see that the darkness behind that meditator is actually increasing and decreasing. So this is something which designers, designer element, you need not change anything related to this. The only thing that the main thing what volunteers and teachers would need is to change the date, change the name of the teacher, or change the link, registration link, venue, and adding maybe the teacher's image, etc. So that is the thing which I'm coming to next. How to add a edit a layer. So if it is a text layer, click on the layer which you need to edit. All right. Or if you don't have a layer also, you can click this type tool on the left side. There is a type tool available. Click on this and click on with teacher's name. Now it is actually selected. Now we can actually select the whole thing and change it to with, let's say we are just keeping Gurudev. All right. So we have kept it and changed it as with Gurudev. Now, one thing we have to see is make sure the alignments are correct. So once earlier it was a 3-line. So now we have made it to a 2-line. So the center will come around here. So this is a simple alignment. You can move around and see which is actually the best for you. Now the font. Now you may have couple of text layers with a yellow icon on top of it. In this particular case, it's not there. It is actually because you don't have that particular font downloaded and installed on your system. So what you have to do is click on here, and there is a icon called load font, right? So now in the load font, you can actually, when it clicks, it's actually asking for which font file you have to load. So you can always download the file and keep it in your system and then load it. Click open and then it will be loaded. Okay. Let me just come to the chat box once, if any questions are there so far. Yeah, I see that the file type is PSD. Can I do with JPEG as well? No, Raj, you need to have PSD for editing all the individual elements, the separate layers. In a JPEG file, it won't have the layers separate. It will be one single element. All right. Okay. Now coming back, now we have discussed about the showing of layers, opacity, order in which layers are placed, how to move layers. Also is so coming back, it's the move tool which you have to select and move layers. Now how to lock two layers together. I want this meditator and the circular background to be locked together. So what you have to do is select both the layers, click on this lock button below the link layers. All right, click on that. Now click on the move button and try moving that. You can see both of these are linked together. Now it won't be separated. Now if you want to separate it together again, you have to unlink this by clicking this particular icon. All right. Now coming back to text, I think what you have to do is click on the text type tool. Now you can actually give the dates. So that is how you edit the text layers. Now, before we end regarding the text layers, there is some more option regarding text layer. In here we have, I think it's not paragraph. Okay, paragraph, you have the left align, right align, all those options are there. If I click right align, it will be right align, left align, center align, all these options are there. Now coming back to other things such as font, all those things, I think you might be pretty much aware. and then bold, all these things you can play around with, and you can always ask questions if you have any regarding this. I think we have a couple of messages. Let me just check that. Okay, how images were inserted in first place. So this tutorial is considering that you already have a Photoshop file, which is editable Photoshop file in place. Now, if you don't have, you want to start from the fresh, we will have the session tomorrow. But this is purely on editing already editable Photoshop file, like right now, which we have right now. And this is already part of the drive link that I've shared. Can't we do from phone? I have not yet tried actually. It might not be fully compatible. Maybe little, yes. Can we convert a JPEG file into PSD file? No, we cannot change a JPEG file into PSD file because the JPEG file is created after all the editing is done. So you actually need a Photoshop file to start with. So this is generally shared by NTC or other designers. They'll be sharing the Photoshop file of most of the common templates which we are having. So you don't have to worry of that. To start from a fresh, we'll have a discussion on that tomorrow. How to insert picture in circle. Yes. So I am coming to that right now. So we have discussed on the text part of it right now. The next one is masking an image. All right. So what I am going to do is you have to, so right now I am choosing one of Gurudev's image, which is already part of the drive link which I have shared. Let me just quickly select that. So this looks like a pretty good image of Gurudev. I'm just loading, dragging and dropping it here. Now you can see that Gurudev's image has come. Now you can just click on the move tool and move it to, let's say, this position. Now I want to come to the next functionality, which is the scaling option. How to scale an image in Photoshop, which is here, there is an edit button, transform, scale. So now make sure you press on the shift button while scaling up or down. So that the, if you don't click shift button, it will elongate without having any proportion. So make sure when you, scale, make sure you press the shift button and then scale up or down. All right. Okay. Now once you have scaled, you have to click enter. I've pressed enter now. Let me just open something. Manjunad, regarding how to increase or decrease the size, again, it is again in the scaling only. You can have it scaled either ways, whether to scale up or down. You can scale up or you can scale down, and you can, after that, you can press enter. Now, how to make it in a circle? So this is the thing which most of you guys want to know about. So before that, let me increase the size of this image a little bit more so that you can see how it is done. All right. So now there is this rectangle select tool. So if you right click on that, there is an ellipse select tool. All right. Click on that. Now pressing shift so that a circle is, pressing shift, make a circle on top. Now there is a selection tool that has come. All right. Now, once that is done, bottom right, you can see just near the link button, you can see add raster mask. So once, if you click that, that image will be masked outside that circle. So anything inside that circle will be visible for us. So I'll just move it here. Now, you may not have placed the circle exactly or correctly. So you can always change that by clicking on this link icon and now click on Gurudev's image. Now there are two entities. One is the mask and one is the image. You can either move the mask around or you can move the image around. All right. So once you are okay with a good position, link it back again. and scale it back, scale it to a good proportion which is okay with the, in this posture, and press enter. All right. Now, so there is something called a layer style. You have to double click on this on a layer, and the layer style will get opened up. All right. Just a second. So layer styles have opened up. Now in this, you have quite a lot of options. There is stroke. Stroke is basically an outline. So if I click on stroke, you can see that a red color has come, outside Gurudev's photo. All right. Now you can actually change it to black or any other color you want. That is one thing. All right. Now I have few more layer style which I commonly use, which is the drop shadow. This also actually gives the image a three-dimensional touch. So you can see that there is a shadow which has come below that. You can actually increase or decrease the size of the shadow. This is a pretty cool feature to make the poster, very elegant. But make sure you use it on only those elements which you need to make it stand out. You can increase the spread and the size. Other options you don't need to change, just change the spread and the size. All right. I think we have a good thing. You can see to zoom in, I think command control plus button is for zooming in. You can see that this is not actually a circle, but there is a line here. So this is because the mask is not fully utilized. Again, I am unlinking the mask and the image, and I'm slightly moving it here. So it is again, it is correct right now. Coming back. All right. Now the same thing can be done with there is a, it's not actually a circle. It's kind of like a distorted circle, which you can see here. This is something that the designer of this Photoshop file has made. So he has made it not exactly circle, it's a funky circle kind of thing. Here also, you can actually select this and make a selection. So I'll make load another Gurudev's image onto this. Right. Now Gurudev's image has come. I'm going to click on the move tool and move this layer down here. Edit, transform, scale, and I am going to scale it down. Okay, going to scale it down a little bit. Then again, I'm going to move it here. Now coming back, we have this layer, and then there is click control button and then click on your this layer. So when you click on control plus clicking on that layer, you will see that there is a selection that is happening. Now click on your the Gurudev's photo or whichever teacher's photo that you are having, and again go to the raster layer, raster mask, and click on the mask. Now what has happened is anything outside that particular circle is disabled. So again, for that, unlink this for bringing it to inside the circle, unlink this and bring the image in, excuse me, unlink that and then bring the image, sorry, I think I have to untick this auto select and then bring Gurudev's image inside this. You can see this image is a little bigger than the circle actually. So you can edit, transform, scale. You can place it inside. All right. So this you can do with any teacher's photo, anything you can do. Now we have to link this again before we move on. Now imagine if there is another situation, if you need multiple 2-3 teachers, then you can follow the same approach that we discussed, which is adding an image, adding this mask, and stroke, and then continue with that. And make sure you position all the images in such a way that it is not too congested or anything. So this is pretty much everything which we wanted to cover in this session. The last thing is how to export this as an image so that you can use it for your promotion. So click on the file, export as, click on JPG, and make sure you increase the quality to 100%, and then click save. Now you can see that this image is actually created. For this, you can share it on any of your social media group. So right now I am open for questions. You can shoot the questions. If you need clarity on any of the topics I have mentioned, or anything is not clear, you can always
So whoever wants to ask the question can unmute themselves.
हाय मेरे को ना लिंक अभी मिला था क्योंकि ग्रुप फुल था, तो मेरे को लिंक अभी आया है जस्ट, मैंने अभी किया है, तो मेरे को इसका रिकॉर्डिंग मिल सकता है क्या? कभी फिर होगा ये प्रोग्राम?
Yes, it will be available.
Vinod, Jai Gurudev.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just two things. One was like, for a layman like me and others, you were little fast. It was really great. Appreciate you the way you have done it. And I hope that recording, I don't know how you will be sending with the link, the recording and all. In a blank PSD file, how to create a blank PSD file, the way we want to create our own image file. If you can show that, that will be really great.
The tutorial was focused on editing the Photoshop file which are shared by NTC or any other designers. Or if you have already created a design and you want to quickly change the date and add your details into that, that is today's session focused on. All right. So to start afresh, start from the scratch, making something new, that we'll be taking that session tomorrow. But most of the features which we use are covered in this particular tutorial.
Thank you so much, Vinod. Thank you so much.
No problem. Can you please show saving or exporting again? Yes, I can do that.
Bhaiya,
yeah,
Ashik Bhaiya. So
yeah.
Akshay here. I think a lot of people were messaging initially. They had doubts on how to put the image in a circle. So if you can quickly take that part again, right from dragging the photo to putting it in a circle.
Ashik, hi, this is Khushbu this side.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know the last part which you showed where you have dragged the image in the circle and
Right.
the layer which was already existing. Is it possible to duplicate that layer? Is it some way possible that we can select that and probably
Right.
create
Right.
duplicate?
Yeah. There is a duplicate option. I thank you for pointing it out. I'll just show that as well. So
Thank you.
now I'll just select this particular Gurudev's image. You can right click and click duplicate layer. Now another layer has come. Now this has come as a as a duplicate layer. There is one more feature that we have in Photoshop, that if you want the entire image to get flipped to the right, that is Gurudev's image, entire image will be flipped to the right. There is a flip horizontal option, edit, transform, flip horizontally option is there. So basically Gurudev is now looking right, not to the left. This also I wanted to cover now. This is if you don't have enough space on the right side of your poster, you somehow made the whole right side of the poster full, and you cannot have Gurudev's photo looking onto the left side when you are actually placing it on the left side. So in that case, this flip horizontally option actually comes very handy. All right, how to save? I'll come back to how to save once again.
Ashik, this is Manjunath. I have one question.
Yeah.
Can I ask? Ashik,
Yeah, please go.
So the question is, when you have plotted this Gurudev's photo,
Right.
and you have kept like the boundary of the photo, a dark black round you have kept, but you have to make it as a washout at the edge. How can it be made? Like the photo of Gurudev is like it is been able to see, like it is kept a layer on the photo on the background, but if I want to keep it as a washout, like it is merged into the background, how to make it the edge of the photo?
Okay. For that, let's try something out. Let's take another photo of Gurudev.
Mhm.
I'll just load it here. Thanks for the confirmation. Yeah. So I'm just moving it here.
What are these blue lines in the sides?
Yeah, good question. Those are actually the guidelines which the designer has kept in such a way that these are guidelines in the sense you can actually make a border. You make sure that when you place an image, it doesn't go beyond this particular guideline. You know, it's just for guide. When you export the image, these lines won't appear on your image. So for bringing a guideline, you need to click on view, click on rulers, and make sure the ruler is available, and then come back here, click on the ruler and then drag down. So you will see a green line coming. You can keep it basically anywhere. So I usually keep it on the as a margin so that I don't, do anything beyond those lines. It's like a guideline only. So yeah, that's it. So if you want to remove anything, you click on that and then drag it out. That's it. Now coming back, how to merge it. I'm just scaling it down so that you can work it with something. All right. Now, how to have this like a wash off? For that, first you have to add a layer mask. So this is the mask you are adding without any selection or anything, which means that the image will be fully visible. Now click on the brush tool. There is a brush tool, and then increase click on a soft mechanical brush, which is 24 pixels, or increase the pixel size a little bit. Let's say 300 pixels in this. Now it is this much. Now I am drawing on the mask. So here the mask is selected. I am drawing on the mask, and you can see that it is actually just a second. Let me just make it into black. Now you can see that it is the background is slowly going off. So this has to be done in a very tricky manner so that it doesn't, Gurudev's image is not distorted or anything. So here you can do it like that, and it is, I think if you do it with a little bit more of perfection, it will actually get merged with the background. So that is how you do that wash up. Hope that clarifies. Once again, it's just adding the mask, click on the brush. Make sure you click a soft mechanical brush, because if you click on a hard brush, it will be a hard, drawing. It will look like it is a, hard drawing. So make sure it is a soft mechanical brush and increase the dimension of that brush and simply draw it here. All right.
Thank you, Ashik.
Yeah. No problem.
Ashik, I wanted to put the date and timing and all that, no? So I typed in that window on the right, put the date there, but it is not reflecting in this PSD.
So probably what you would have done is you would have renamed the layer and not actually edited the layer. So there is a name for the layer, like We Serve Society, or let's say dates 30 April 39, right?
Right.
This is the name of the layer and not the text in the layer. So I can actually go ahead and edit this name of the layer, but that is not going to change anything in the text layer. So what you have to do is click on the text tool, type tool on the left side, and go into that particular text you are seeing. Now make sure you have that underline coming and all those selections are coming. Now make sure you change that, select that text, and then start typing. Got it?
Yes, Ashik.
All right, cool. All right. Now, I think once again, I'm just going to show how to export this file. Export as JPEG. Now, you can actually increase or decrease the quality here by dragging it up and down. And then simply click on save. All right. Yeah, so I hope that clarifies.
Can you quickly explain how to link the stuff with the image and the screen? How do you link it?
Sorry?
Image and circle, how do you link them?
Yeah, there is a small gap between this one, right? You are making a circle, right? That one, right? Hello?
You linked a background with the picture. Earlier they were separate, and then you linked them together. Like meditator, and behind there is a circle. You link them together, right?
All right. Yeah. Sure. I'll get to that. Yes. Now for that, just select the particular layer which you want to select. So before selecting, make sure the move tool is selected, and then click on the layer. Right click on meditator. Now click shift and click on whichever layers which you want to link. So I have clicked shift and selected all the layers, and there is a link button which is link layers is there. If you click that, those two will get linked. You can see the icon link has come. Now if I try to move it, it won't actually move from the position. Now when I move down, you can see that this layer is below the online happiness program layer, which is why actually online happiness program is coming up. Okay. Now earlier I think the circular background was having opacity around 30%. I'll bring that back. Now you can actually add shapes or anything. If you want to have a special attention for the dates, so you can put a background rectangle like this. This is a rectangle tool. On the left you can see the rectangle tool. Now it has come below the date section, which is you are able to see the dates and timing on the text layer as you are able to see. So now you want to change the color. So for that, double click, you will get a layer style. Click on color overlay, change the click on the red this red button, the red color. Now you can actually select any of the color which you want to select directly from here. You don't have to go and select anything. If you want to select this directly, you will get the exact same color which is being used. Click OK and click OK again, and then you have a a background. So now if you want to perfect this, if you like zoom in, you will see that the rectangle has slightly crossed the border. So you can always edit, scale it, and then scale it down. All right, so that is how we can put backgrounds. Now there are a lot of layer styles which are available. Let's work.
Could you please show again? How did you pick this yellow color from the top?
All right, so double click on that. Can you please mute? Yeah, thank you. Double click on the shape layer. You will get a layer style. Now click on the color. Sorry, not gradient overlay, but color overlay. When you click on the color overlay, you will get the opacity and stuff like that. And here there is a color button. Now click on that color, and then you can actually click on any of the point in this particular image. If I click on this hair, you will get that exact hair color. Click on black, you will get the black color. Likewise, yeah. I have clicked on this particular color, and you have it's basically the color picker. Okay, yeah. Now click OK, and then click OK, and you have your rectangle ready. All right. Now we'll discover some more of the layer options which are available. Like right now you can see this link button, right? Online, happiness, program. These three have been linked actually. Even though the designer of this Photoshop file have kept separate Photoshop, separate text layers, he or she has actually linked all of these layers together. All right. So that even if you try to move, it moves together only. All right. Now let me just try and click on the happiness wala layer. Now there are a few things which we have already covered, which is drop shadow. So you can always go to adjusting the drop shadow in such a way that it looks good. It looks very subtle. So this is also giving a little bit of 3D look for it. Now you can do a gradient overlay. Gradient is basically one color merging into another color. So you can try out with that. Color overlay is basically, what we saw earlier, the same thing. Now, there is inner shadow, all those things. Bevel and emboss is something like it will have a 3D effect again. It's like a bevel effect. So you can actually change the depth of this so that it looks a little 3D and all those things. So these things which you can actually explore later, but I think for the basics you need not know about all those features. Now quickly, I think I just want to introduce about a PNG file, how a PNG file works. So a PNG file is basically a file which has a transparent background. So what I'll do is I'll go to some of the PNG images which I have. You can download any PNG image from Google. These are the PNG images which I have downloaded. I think these are available as part of that Drive kit as well. Now you just drag and drop it on here and scale it down. Sorry, I think these guidelines are coming in the way. Now scale it down, click enter and move it somewhere in a good position. So, so what happens is you can find so many such PNG images on Google, which actually add some value on. Now I'll just duplicate this layer so that I'll just keep it on this side and edit, transform, flip horizontal. So it will kind of like look in a symmetric manner. So you can actually work around with these things. Maybe we'll have a homework if you guys can. If you guys are up for it, we can do something like edit the Photoshop file which is already available on the Drive. You can edit that and add your course information and send it on the group if you are up for it. Any other questions?
Sorry, I just joined the meeting now and I am not able to join the WhatsApp group because the link has been revoked. So I also don't have the Drive. Is it possible to somehow join the WhatsApp?
Manisha, I will send you the other link. There are 2 WhatsApp groups.
Okay. All right.
Vishal bhai, mute.
एक सवाल है दोस्त, कैन आई आस्क नाउ? सर देखो, ये सवाल ये है ना कि जैसे व्हेन वी रजिस्टर द कोर्स इन द VVK CRM ना, so it gives a very big link. Now the example that you showed na in this brochure is to put the tiny.cc whatever. So that is something that I have to create and link it to that VVK CRM ID. ऐसा करना पड़ेगा क्या?
For that, I think that is out of our scope, but still I can just cover that here. You can.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, tiny. So you can go to Google and type tiny.cc. So there will be the tiny.cc website will load up. There are other apps as well, bit.ly.
This is for link customization, is it?
Yeah, link customization. So basically, you can see that I have already reduced a couple of links. So what you have to do is click on create, paste your long URL here, whatever it is. All right, I'm just pasting it here. Now click create. Now you can actually customize the back half. Like here there is 34LG O4R coming here. You can actually change it to online HP with somebody. All right. These things you can do and then click save. Once you click that, you will have the link created. The custom thing is taken. So this error message comes when already the link has been taken. You will have to edit and add something. Then click save and then you have your link ready. Copy that link and send it to your leads. All right. Any other questions?
Thank you so much.
Vinod, this question is just the extension of the last you saw, that bit.ly link. So can we continue with one word if we have got it, that customization word, and if we keep changing the, the big link? You're getting my question?
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, my question is that the custom.
Yeah. Understood your
I
question.
want to keep this for all the future courses. Is it possible?
Right. That is possible if you make an account into this tiny.cc or bit.ly. Like for example, you can see that I have created these many links on the left side. All right. If I click on this online HPY, it shows the registration link which is there. I can click on edit and edit the actual link. There should be an option to edit this one. Sorry. I am new on bit.ly actually. I'll let you know if I find out how to
keep it for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll keep it for tomorrow. I think our time has actually breached actually. So if you have any questions,
I have a big question. So I'm trying to do this parallelly as you're doing this, right? So I'm not able to move the, for example, if you scroll all the way down, right? There is the Art of Living NYC and all that, right? So I wanted to delete that and then move around, right? So I'm not able to do that if I zoom in. So how do I go about doing that?
So your intention is to hide that particular thing, right?
Right, hide or delete, and then kind of zoom in, zoom out, and keep moving around the image, right? It's like, for example, if I want to work in a particular area of the image,
all right.
I want to zoom in there and then again zoom out and all that. I'm not able to do that. If you could please help.
All right, I'll quickly cover that because we have another meeting on the same link by 10:15. So,
Sure.
So what we can do is first we have to select this particular layer, right click, and I think it is the rectangle layer is here. So you can actually click on the I button. All right. So if you click on the I button, it will disable or enable this thing. Now I think only the rectangle has been disabled. So which is why I think you have to disable this as well, my post, so that the whole thing will be gone. Now for answering the second part of your question, if you want to work around on in a particular area, there is a shortcut Control+, or there is a zoom button on the left side, which you can, sorry, I think this is zoom button only or magnifying glass, I'm not sure. Anyways, you can do Control+ and you can zoom in to any extent and zoom out to any extent.
Got it.
So coming back, you can click Control+0. At any point, if you have zoomed out or zoomed in too much, you can click on Control+0. All right. So that will come to the original position.
Ashik,
yeah.
Ashik, just wanted a quick
here. Can you let hello?
Yeah. Ashik.
Can we have one question?
Yeah, I'm Renuka here. Can you please, we are doing the poster right now, but we are unable to flip the image. Can you let me know how to flip the image once again? So we are stuck with only that. Otherwise, our poster is done. Thank you so much.
Okay, so click on the layer which you want to flip. Now click on Edit button, Transform. You can see quite a lot of options here: scale, rotate, perspective, warp, rotate 90 degrees, flip horizontal, flip vertical. So you can actually play around with these things, rotating and all those things you can do. And flipping is basically what you are doing with this image. All right.
Ashik, I want you to, this is Khushbu. I would just like you to quickly recap on this, how to put that image in the gray box, which we had done, Gurudev's image that you had fitted on that gray box. I was not able to do that. I was not able to bring that selection and move around the image.
All right. Nitish Bhaiya, can we have
Sure,
5
sure.
more?
Sure, please go ahead.
All right. So I'll just start afresh. I'll just delete this layer. Okay, this is what you have, right?
Yeah.
So first load the image onto the the screen. Scale it down. Click enter. Now move it on to the circular that area which you want to keep the mask. Now just below that image on the right side you can see there is a vector smart object copy. Can you see that?
Right.
Click on control button plus control and then click on that particular layer.
Okay.
Now you can see that on Gurudev's image there is a selection that has come.
Right.
Now go back into Gurudev's layer, that layer which we dragged and dropped. Click on that and then click on the mask button.
Okay.
Now Gurudev's image might.
Where is the mask button? Where is the mask button?
Bottom right, just near bottom right near the below the layer panel.
Okay.
Okay. Now Gurudev's image is not correctly aligned inside this thing, so you have to unlink the mask and the image by clicking the link or unlink. Click on the image, edit, transform, scale. Now you are scaling it down. Excuse me, I have to click shift again while scaling, which is why click shift and then scale it down and move it a little down and enter. Once you are okay with the exact positioning of that image, you have to link it back on. Otherwise, what will happen is if you accidentally move this, only the image will get moved, not the mask. So you have to link it back on. So that is about that. Unable to change.
Thank you, Ashik.
Pratik Bhaiya, I think for changing the text, you have to click on the type tool and then click on top of a text layer. Okay, when you click on the text layer, you will see a underline that is coming. Are you able to do that?
Ashik, this is Manjunath. Can I ask you one question? Last question.
Yeah, sure, please.
The thing is, if there is some object on my poster, there are multiple objects on my poster, like the way they're on your screen right now. And if I have to find out one particular layer, but there are a lot of layers right on my right side. So how to find out which is the layer of this particular object?
Okay, for that, go to the toolbar, click on move tool. Okay. Now there is an auto select tick or untick checkbox is there.
Okay.
Click on that auto select and make sure it is checked on. Now, can you click on anywhere inside your file? Then it will automatically go to that layer.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. And one final question. If I want to close this browser in between, like I have not completed my work and I have to just shut it off. So can I save it in between and again open it?
Yeah. So I think there is an option as save as PSD.
Okay,
so
fine. Got it.
We have been actually working on Photoshop file. So PSD is basically a Photoshop file.
Okay.
So you can save it as PSD so that in a later stage you can again drag and drop and work on the same again.
Okay, Ashik. Thank you so much.
All right.